Next thing I know, I'm jumping out a shorty window in front of a bus stop full of people, son.
Yo, y'all should do a podcast for real.
Yo, but like, what would we call the podcast though?
Boy, I don't even know, but it got to be something that represents us.
Look, man. So here's the thing.
Yo, fellas, what's going on? We back. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Another one.
What's good?
Not much. Before we get into this today, I just wanted to, one thing I wanted to start implementing is, checking in with my guys before we start. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm alive. That's all that matters for me, you heard?
Likewise, man. I'm out here.
That's what's up.
How you doing? What's going on with you? How's your mental?
I'm straight, brother. I'm straight. I just wanted to make sure my guys was good. You know what I mean?
Gotta check on your friends. GP, you straight? All
right. So we good. During this time, right, as we talked about last episode, COVID was happening. Everybody been kind of stuck in the house trying to figure out everything. And it's got me thinking, I'm single right now, right? But I'm thinking about all the people like y'all who are in relationships stuck in the house with y'all significant other. And that got me thinking of how many relationships were forced to be together during this time, but how many relationships ended due to being forced to be with each other. So, like, we've talked about relationships and all that shit on the podcast many times before, but we never really got too deep into the ending of these things. So let's get into the breakup. So my first question is, like, I want to know from y'all, if y'all could tell me off the bat, when is it that you know that a relationship is officially over for you?
All right. One thing I could say is, if we in an argument and I start flirting with the words, "Yo, it's over. I don't want to deal with this shit," that's when I know I'm coming up to my. Cause in that moment you're not really feeling that. It's just that's how you, like, that's your emotion at the time, but that's not what you really want. But once you start playing with those words in arguments, like, "Yo, fuck out of here, I just leave." That's when in my mind, that's when I'm like, all right, this relationship ain't lasting too long because I'm already 1 foot out the door. And if I'm already 1 foot out the door, I'm already cheating.
Yo, Dre, what about you, man?
I mean, kinda the same thing, but it's different for me because, like he said, I know when people do argue, in the midst of the argument and in the midst of that anger that you got balled up, you do tend to say stuff that you might not necessarily mean. Mm-hmm. So I've definitely had conversations with my significant other where it's like, "Yo, I'm out the door because you doing such and such, you doing A and B." But for me, I never say that. If I say that, that's how I know I'm done, because that's the only time I'm going to bring that up. I always try to be mindful of what I say out of anger, knowing in the back of my mind that most of the time I really don't mean it, so I don't even go there really. But if I do end up saying it, then I'm out, and everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can speak for myself. Now, this is past tense too, by the way. This ain't current. But in my past, I knew I was over a relationship because I was still there, but I was already in another relationship. That was usually my indicator that I was out the old relationship. And I kind of let life catch up to everything else. In my new days of trying to be honest and upfront, put it like this: when I can even fathom the thought of being with someone else, and that thought and that idea entertains in my mind, and I'm not talking about being with somebody else as far as sleeping with or sex or nothing like that. I'm talking about as far as just being around a person, like somebody else's energy is the one that's making me happy and making me feel good at the moment, and it ain't, and every time I get around you, it ain't that. That's when I start to realize, like, maybe this might be the end. And that's what I was kind of thinking about this whole situation during COVID. Like, there's so many people who they were dating, right? They were in relationships, but a lot of people didn't live with each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, due to this situation, a lot of people were forced to stay in the same space. So we don't got to get too into it with y'all personal business, but y'all the ones in a relationship. So I'm curious, how did y'all hold up with y'all situations during this time?
I mean, personally, we did what worked for us. And it's funny, I said before, like, all this shit happened. I told y'all, I understand it. Like, going to work is important. That those 8 hours during the day, those are important, because I realize now during the COVID and stuff like that, we had times where we were together for a long period of time, because also I would drive back and forth to PA and stuff for that purpose, honestly, to give us space, because I did see being with her where I was getting on her nerves. Like, there was certain things that she couldn't take, and she was like going off of me in the crib. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know, this is who I am. But you don't realize, now that you're with this person 24/7 and they gotta deal with this all day, it's kind of a different reaction. It's kind of a different feeling. So we had to adjust. She would, you know, go to Queens, go to her mother house some days. I'd stay in the crib by myself, and vice versa. And that's just so that we not getting on each other's nerves, bickering about stupid shit. We was arguing about dumb shit, for, like, dishes.
So it's
like,
fair. It's fair to say that the amount of arguments and even the pettiness of the arguments increased.
Yeah, definitely
during this time.
I even felt myself at times, like, because she was bickering so much, I'm like, all right, let me find something to bitch about, just because this is what we doing. So, not to say that it's right, but
no, it was petty. It wasn't right. It was petty.
Yeah, it's petty,
it's all
but
good.
that's just what happens to happen when you face with stuff like that.
What about you, Stiz? Like I said, you don't gotta get too intimate into details of it, but just curious how your relationship situation held up.
Hey, bro, I can honestly say I almost lost my shit during this COVID shit. Cause similar to what Dre just said, like, you realize a lot of stupid shit you argue about, and then you just get to a point where you just like, bro, I don't have to do this shit, bro. Like, I don't, like, the fuck, like, I don't have to do this. We don't have to be together. I guess the more, like, intangible things, like, as far as I go, cause, like, you know, I got the kid and shit, but and then you just sit, like I said, you don't want to really take things that's said in arguments. You want to take those with a grain of salt, because the emotions there, people is yelling and all that other shit, saying hurtful things, just to try to, like, you know what I mean, hit you or whatever. So in those times, like I said, for me, I just take some time off, move around, give some space. Funny shit is the space was part of the arguments. So it's just like, you know what I mean, not spending enough time or whatever the case may be, but it is what it is, man. It's just part of the relationship, and that's just what it is. Like,
All right. Well, now hearing the trials and tribulations you guys were going through in your relationships, and first and foremost, let me say I'm happy y'all made it through and y'all made it to the other side of that. You know what I mean? Congratulations to both of y'all, just because I know it's a lot of people who, like you said, came out of COVID single due to a lot of those. But so all right, moving away from y'all relationship in general, right? If this was anybody, including your girl or whoever, right, and y'all didn't make it through this relationship, how do you think you would have coped with it? Like, how you think you would be feeling, especially coming out of all this isolation and whatever with COVID, and now also losing your partner? How you think you'd have handled that? And with that, how much time do you think you would have needed to fully get over that?
I mean, personally, my head would probably be bust. Honestly, I said before, this has been the worst year of my life, and I truly mean that. So, if my relationship didn't stand the test of time and we broke up, I'd probably be in a real dark place. It's a real stressful time, number one, and then number two, you know, I can only speak for myself, but I've been with her for mad long, X amount of years, so. You know, that's a lot of built up feelings, a lot of built up connection, and I'm pretty sure I would be in a dark place. I can't speak to it because I'm not there and I don't want to get there, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be okay.
Look, man. You come out of COVID. First off, to break up in COVID, you gotta be real mad at that person to stick to that shit. Cause now you in isolation by yourself. But it could be a good thing. Like for me, I'm always like the type of person I am. This is not my worst year. 2018 was my worst year financially. Mm-hmm. And I always remember that because I was underneath the water dead. So I had to fight back. But because of that type of situation, my mind state is always on, all right, what's the next move? What's the next move? What's the next move? So if you come out of a relationship in this type of pandemic or whatever, I'm not saying you brush it off because you can't. Because those, like you said, it's built up feelings or whatever for X amount of years. But understanding that times has changed, and if you stay in one spot, you could get left behind. That'll be like my silver lining to it. Like, all right, now I don't have to figure out a way in the end for us. I just gotta make sure I'm straight coming out of this. So I just hit the floor running, pedal to the metal, just to make sure I'm straight and keep it moving, and that'll probably help me get over the shit. Cause you ain't really got no time to sit down and think. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you moving all the time.
Wow. Anyway, I can speak for myself. Like I said, I happen to be, the single one here, but I in the event that I was in a relationship, to lose that during the COVID thing, I think I'd have been perfectly fine, if I'm being honest. And this is not to sound like cocky. It's just like we talked about a little bit last time we was here. COVID just showed me I'm used to being by myself. I like that shit. Like I like the isolation, and I like the focus it gives me to handle what I gotta handle. So I'd have been cool. I think I'd have been cool. Like, if I'm being honest, I lost quite a few situationships during COVID. Just due to the fact that I couldn't, you know what I mean? Certain things couldn't be maintained due to, can't see people, can't talk to them, whatever the case may be. But, all right. So let's move away from you guys' relationships and just talk in general, right? When a situation is over, I think we touched on this before prior, but I don't really remember. When a situation is over with you and a better question. What's the difference on how a situation ends between a girlfriend and a girl you just fucking with, a girl you dating?
I mean, and
or is there a difference?
There's a difference.
There's a difference, definitely.
For sure.
I mean, in that situation, if it's just somebody that I'm fucking, then I think I would be more on your side, where I think I would be fine. I'll be able to cope with it.
Oh no, but that's not my question. I'm not asking how you would handle it. I'm asking if I did say that, my bad. Mm-hmm. What I'm asking is, how do you approach the breakup? What's the difference between you breaking up with your girl and the difference on how you break up with a girl you was just messing with, or ending the situation with a girl you just messing with?
Oh, then I take my shit back. There's no difference. There's no difference. Get you to break up with me. That's what I go into. I go into, if you my girlfriend at the time, but I'm like emotionally checked out, I'd rather this be your fault than mine. So if you want to end it, you know me, I like open door policies anyway. I like having the door cracked. Just
we about to come to that. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, me, I'm just like, yo, break up with me so I could slide, and my next couple of actions you won't really be surprised about. Cause when you see me out, or you hear about me out, or you see my Instagram and I'm out, you can't really say, yo, how you do that? I'm heartbroken now. I need these women around me for love. I need to feel loved.
What about you, Dre?
I don't know. That's tricky, man. I mean, just to play devil's advocate, what if she not taking the signs?
Taking the signs to break up with me?
Yeah.
Oh, she will.
But what if she don't?
What if she don't?
What if she don't?
I mean, I ain't meet a girl that met my new girlfriend and still wanted to stay around. I ain't meet a girl that met my new girlfriend and wanted to stay around. But if that happens, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
I don't know how I would handle that.
The new girlfriend?
No, not the new girlfriend. Ending it with somebody that I'm just, just dealing
You
with.
get some funny shit. I'm so maniacal. The bitch that I'm fucking, because remember I told you if I'm on my way out, I'm cheating anyway. I had her meet. Clear that whole shit for me.
Stupid, son.
What is wrong with you?
Just had that whole shit cleared out for me, man.
Wow.
Look, man, this is who I'm messing with. This is who I'm cheating with. Me.
I don't know, man. I probably try that shit. Honestly,
Try that shit. It's fun. Got it from him.
What?
All right, now.
Wait, time out. How did you get that from me? I'm intrigued.
Nigga, I seen two bitches you knew and was messing with. Hold hand in hand and come to you. You had to make a choice. I'm not making a choice. I told you what I'm doing. I'm leaving.
Yeah, but the difference is I didn't voluntarily put that together. That happened to me. What
is
the hell
happening?
is going on? All right. Anyway,
Pod.
Now we had a pod today.
that happened while I was at work. I had no control and no help. By the way, thanks. With that. But like I don't know. Like when I think about it, put like this. I would say this: if I'm ending a relationship, I'm much more sensitive to the person's feelings than I would be if we was just messing with each other. Like I'm super cold hearted to girls that I'm just messing with, and that may sound messed up, but that's the truth. Like when this music, man. This music, bro.
Fire.
No, I love the song. It's just not while I'm talking. It's very distracting.
Kelly
But-
Clarkson wildin' right now.
But anyway, like girls I'm just dealing with, like I'm super cold hearted to. Like I'm just like, hey, I don't want to do this no more. Or I won't say nothing and just, you know me, I'll just get missing. And when you see me with a good person on Instagram, you figure it out.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend, I try to be very sensitive to her feelings and how she's gonna take the breakup, because the last thing you ever want is for somebody you care about. Like even if you breaking up with them, at least for me, I could say I don't want to see that person hurting.
Yeah, same here. Again, I said before, that's my problem. I definitely always put the person that I'm dealing with feelings before mine, which is something I'm still working on. But I definitely try to like sit down and see how I'm gonna phrase what I'm gonna say to that person. Just like you said again, you care about that person feeling and you don't want to see them hurt. So I try to come up with the best way possible just to, break the news, however that may be. But yeah.
Yes, I like I said, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But what I have learned in my tenure in this life is that sometimes you just gotta tell a chick, fuck you, I'm out. Like sometimes you just gotta say it that bluntly. Sometimes you gotta say, it's not me, it's you. Like it's you. Mm-hmm. Like I've been on both ends of that. I've been on the thing where you try not to hurt somebody's feelings, so you giving them all the, oh yo, I just need to work on myself and all this other bullshit just to make them not feel bad. Mm-hmm. But sometimes for them to really get it and for them to grow, you got to be like, you was a complete bitch and I hate you and I'm gonna go be happy with someone else. Yeah. And that's just how I gotta be.
I had that done to me.
And how was that?
I ain't like it. I ain't like it at the moment. Like I really sat down. I was like, yo, she definitely called me wild toxic, bro.
Toxic.
Then she call you a toxic piece of shit.
All right, man. The fuck, bro?
That shit hurt me.
Well, yeah, man. Like,
it didn't hurt me. I laughed. I laughed my ass off, and then followed it with the real friend truth. She's not wrong. She wasn't wrong.
yeah, that shit wild. Like hearing all that shit, and then you just slide. And then again, like after a while, you get over it.
That's a fact. All right. So touching on what you were about to say, when you do end situations, are you guys the once I close that door, I'm out that door, and once I end that chapter is over? Or are you leaving that door cracked so you could eventually sneak back in later on in life?
Nah, I never left the door open in any situation that I was involved in, honestly. So I guess my answer would be once it's done, it is done. Cause like I said before, I don't say things that I don't mean until I really mean it, and I stand firm on my decisions and what I'm saying. So I definitely there's room. I don't know if we'll get into this, but there's room for a friendship eventually, depending on what happened, whatever the situation is. But as far as getting romantically, entangled again or whatever the case may be, I haven't done that in the past, but it is open because every situation is different and singled out. So I don't know, but just judging off of the past, no.
What about you, Stiz?
I admitted here a few times. I'm a leave the door crack type of guy, but it ain't for the reason that you would think. Like, I'm not here saying, oh, I want you back or whatever cases. It's just like he said, sometimes you gain like once we get over all the emotional shit and all that shit is out the window, and now we just like back to platonic. There's an opportunity for a sounding board here, like a friend. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me being me, I know, like, I gained the thrill of knowing, like, yo, anytime I could flip this switch and shit could be right back. Like, that's how I kind of got back into relationships. You feel me? Like, the current one, like, it was dead. I, in my mind, moved on, and then the door was cracked, and then my homeboy kicked that bitch open and holded it open for himself, too. And now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is. I'm a leave the door crack type of guy. Opportunity is always there.
I think my viewpoint has changed on this topic specifically because I've notoriously been a once it's over because when my situations end, I usually am the person to make sure that they end in a way that there's no way the door could be open. I go to the door with nails and bolts and hammers and seal that bitch shut. But I think I spoke on this before, but I do that for me. I don't do that because I hate the person or whatever. I do that because that's part of my healing process. But my healing process has changed over time. And as I've gotten older, I realized that maybe not the most healthy way to be. Mm-hmm. Like, speaking honestly, like, one of my closest female friends right now, like, we talk probably about twice a week, and she gives me great advice, and she helps me in a lot of areas because she knows me so well, is my ex-fiance. Mm-hmm. And we're able to be cool now. She's in a whole relationship. Shout out to Devontae. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
But this nigga just shout out to his ex-fiance's.
Listen, she happy. That's a good nigga right there, man. He treating her right. You can't knock it. I can't knock somebody else being able to do the things I wasn't able to do for her. You feel me?
Where the fuck are we going?
All I'm saying is, at this point in my life,
hey,
we're able to. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right, he's a good guy. He's really a good guy.
Shout out Devontae.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Niggas is tripping.
He's a good guy, man.
All right, man.
He's a good guy. But on some G shit, like, she's actually, like you said, a good sounding board because I can't bullshit her.
Right.
I can't come to her with the situation from my perspective because she know me. Mm-hmm. So when I come at her, she goes, nigga, nah, I know that's not how you handle that. Like, how you really handle that. And I mean, I gotta be brutally honest. And she'll give me the truth on how I was right, or if I was wrong, or if I handled it wrong. And it's vice versa. We able to do. It's so many times I've been like, yo, nah, you're bugging. I know how you get. I know how you hold grudges. I know how you do X, Y, and Z. Like, don't do that to him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like at this point, I'm more of a leave the door cracked for certain people type of person, just because, like you said, after all that emotional shit is over with and all of that is dealt with, sometimes a solid friendship could blossom out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm there with everybody, but certain people I've definitely made it there with, and I appreciated them for that.
Yeah, you can't be there with everybody, but it's definitely some. What you used to say, like beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some situations like that, but let me ask you though, because it happens with me a lot. So I just want to know if it's like a thing that happens. Because when it ended, you did what you had to do to get yourself to heal yourself, you said, right?
Correct.
When that reconciliation comes and y'all talked for the first time again, is the conversation more like apologetic, or is it like we pick up from where we left off on a friendship level now? Like, do we address the fuckery that happened before?
I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for me and her specific situation specifically. It wasn't apologetic. What it was more acknowledgement.
Okay.
Like, we both acknowledged. I acknowledged the bullshit I put her through in that relationship, and I acknowledged my faults, and she did the same. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like, yo, I'm sorry, I wish we could change it. It was just like, nah, I was fucked up, and I handled that wrong, and I shouldn't have did that. And it was just me being a man about it and going, yo, I really did handle that wrong, but this is what made me feel X, Y, and Z. And then she responded with like, I did X, Y, and Z fucked up, and I should have handled that better, and I should have told you how I felt here, there. And then that conversation itself opened the door for us to be able to pick up where we were as friends, because we were able to, like, there was nobody fronting like, it was just on you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were both able to honestly go, nah, I made mistakes. I know I made mistakes, and despite those mistakes, I realized you're a great person, and how much stuff we went through, and the lessons we learned from each other.
Yeah, that, because with me, like I said, it's the same. It's more or less the same thing, where you come back and put it like this. I always knew that I did fucked up shit. I either cheated, there's always another female around, I made you feel insecure, I made you feel uncomfortable. I know for a fact I did something in that situation. So I always come to the gate like damn near on bended knee, like, yo, look, man, I fucked up. You don't never have to talk to me, but I fucked up. I just need you to know that I acknowledge me fucking up. Mm-hmm. And then we can go from here wherever you want, as long as you know that I fucked up. It don't matter what you did, because everything you did was probably a reaction to whatever I did. So it's okay. You don't need to apologize on you. I fucked up. With that being said, relationships is just friendships that gained intimacy.
Absolutely.
So if you take out the intimate part, y'all just really friends. So it's no problem for you to pick up. I had to learn that shit, because remember, I had the ex that still was a friend with the friend, and I had to get that part, like, yo, all we are just all friends. We're friends. We talk, we share, we laugh, we cry, whatever. We're just friends. At the end of the day, it's just now me and her, we got a little more intimate than my other friends. You know what I'm saying? Once you take out the intimacy, you're back to being friends. And then there's some situations where you don't even exist.
I mean, I agree with you, but I don't think if I'm understanding you correctly, I don't think all relationships stem from a friendship. I've literally seen situations where they just jumped into.
Yeah, but I don't think he's talking about where it stems from. I think he's talking about the relationship as a whole. Yeah. Like, relationships as a whole technically are friendships with intimacy.
That's all there are, bro. It don't have to be strong either. Like, you could have met shorty on a blind date, whatever the case may be. You don't know her from a hole in the wall, but over time you get intimate and y'all start sharing.
Think about it like this: the same shit you do with your girl, like minus the sex from your relationship, right?
Yeah.
And all the intimate moments, right? Mm-hmm. The same shit you do with your girls, the same shit you do with all your friends.
Basically,
y'all hang out,
basically,
y'all
yeah.
chill, y'all
Nigga,
talk.
that's why
You go to
girls
them
be
with your
quick to
problems.
say that niggas is gay now because they rather chill with their homeboys instead of chilling with them. What they don't understand is I could chill with my homeboy and tell him the whole truth. With you, I gotta hide certain shit
Word.
to protect the sex part that me and you have.
That's a fact.
I want to continue having sex with you, so certain shit I'm not just gonna tell you. I ain't fucking this nigga, so I'm gonna tell him the whole shit.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, you know.
Oh man. All right. So, in kind of in a similar vein to that leave the door cracked open vibe, I've fell for it, and I just want to know where y'all stand on this, and I'm sure y'all have because we all men and we stupid. Have you ever fallen for the age old, what is it called? Oh, the age old, let me see you one last time and I will leave you alone?
Too many times.
Let me just see you this one last time and I promise I'm going to leave you alone after this?
Nigga, I've done that shit so many times.
I'm not asking you what you done. I'm asking you have you fell for it.
And I know I fell for it.
Like I said, I willingly walked into that shit.
Nigga, what?
All the time, cause you know what's going to happen. You
Yo.
just got toxic written all over it.
That shit be the most fun, bro. And then they try to disguise it. Yo, let's just meet in public. So it's, we both know I got the V, man. It's back to the crib. Like I know what's heading for. Like, yeah, we gonna meet somewhere, get a drink. We gonna start the talking, and then I'm gonna kick this switch, and now we at the crib. Easy, man. I just want to say this part of the song is the hardest shit ever. Son.
Yeah.
Ever.
Y'all stupid. Nah, what he said though. I mean, we all fall for that shit. That shit has toxic written all over it. But as you said, men are dumb. Women are dumb too, cause y'all do it too.
Oh no, women fall for. I think people
I think,
fall for this. People fall for this. Ain't a man or woman thing.
Yeah.
People fall for this.
Yeah.
My question to y'all is: have y'all ever avoided it, and if so, how?
I sent Snoop.
What?
I send Snoop,
You
nigga.
send Snoop. You send backup.
I send somebody, or I bring him.
Okay. Oh, you do the link up, but you just make sure you.
Nah. Let me tell you about how he does this, because this shit always pisses me off. He has a habit of going, yo, come ride with me somewhere. I never know where we going. Cause I'm that type of friend, like, yo, just come ride with me somewhere. If I ain't got shit to do, fuck it, I'ma roll with you.
Yeah.
And then I be in the middle of them. Now, Shorty's looking at me like, this third wheel ass nigga. And he looking at me like, bruh, I need you to keep me away from this. So now I'm just looking awkward and stupid. And I'm like, son, this is what friends do, I guess.
Yeah, I always bring somebody.
That's it. I'll just say.
There's a girl still waiting in Coney Island for me right now.
Oh yeah, this nigga's the king of I'ma come.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna come. Never show up.
Yeah, I'll just say.
Not
no.
just look.
Never show up.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
If
about
there's
to
a
shoot myself in the foot. Just
Yeah, you gotta chill.
if there's a girl I want to avoid it with, she won't be able to get in contact with me anyway. Cause if you one of those girls that I don't want to have that type of shit with, by the time we ended things, I blocked you. Cause I'm the king of, if I don't want to fuck with you for real, I'm blocking you as soon as we stop talking.
I never blocked anybody in my life. I don't know. Not saying anything to y'all, but I just think that's some Fosse shit to me. I'm not blocking nobody.
What you just said?
Fosse.
all right, got it. Got it.
But that's just me. Not coming at your character and nothing like that. I'm just saying.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Guess what? I
gon-
saved myself some drama.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know how many bitches I'd have been back living with if I'd answered the phone? I can't do that. Certain girls, I know they hold on me, and I know what that situation would be if I go back. If I fall for that, yo, just come chill with me tonight. Oh, I just want you to hold me one night. Oh, I just wanna talk to you in the crib. I know where I'm gonna be with that. So I gotta cut communication completely.
I've blocked people just so I could heal too. ain't nothing really for them because that hey stranger text or what you doing text or y'all I'm in your neighborhood text or y'all I'm at your door text, like those text messages, you know what I'm saying, I just try to like stay away from, you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to see those.
Yeah, I think the reason why I do it is so the other person can know you still have access to me, but you don't have that hold over me. Like you can't get me to get out of my comfort zone or whatever.
I'm always on block too. Like I just need it for that.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. I need that temporarily.
I need that time. I need that time.
I don't need it all the way. Cause like I said, the same people that was trying to contact me while they was blocked, they still gonna hit you up later.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in a space where I know I could go, you know what, you want to link up? Cool, let's link up. Go see them, get them a hug, do all of this, that, and the third, and then still go about my day like nothing. Then I could undo that. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't care about, for me, showing you that you don't got no hold over me is being able to push that block button, because not everybody could get that out of me. The people I care less about are the ones that I could go see, go fuck, and then come back home like nothing happened. The people I really care about are the ones that I gotta block and get that time from, because I know where that can go, especially if it's very shortly after the breakup. Like I'm a fan of not having that. You know how a lot of relationships go through that stage where y'all just broke up, but for a few months y'all still only fucking each other. Well, let me rephrase. The girl think y'all still only fucking each other. So,
oh man,
like
life.
That situation is how a lot of dudes who broke up with their girl end up back with their girl, and vice versa,
and pregnant.
We ain't even want to talk about that.
And pregnant, man.
And married.
That too.
Listen, man. So that's why I personally try to give myself that time.
Yeah,
like,
and plus, like for
that.
me specifically, I had the same number since I was like 13, 14, bro. So it's like, you know, my number don't change. Like I said, like we just said, I just need that time in between to get my mind right. Cause regardless of how tough niggas try to portray, niggas really be feeling these females that they messing with, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you still just knocking it down, niggas really be in their feelings. So as a man, I'm man enough to know, like, yo, I can't see your text messages. I can't talk to you right now. Can't see you. I'm going to just disappear for a little bit. And then once I get my shit straight and I'll be able to see you. Because you got to think, the same way you trying to move on, she trying to move on. That first time you see her with another dude, that picture that she might post or whatever, that shit gonna rock you.
That shit always hurt, bro.
That shit, I don't give a fuck if you the toughest nigga with the most
and
hoes.
I don't care how many girls you slept with since then.
That shit,
the first picture you see her with showing off her new nigga, that shit always
don't
hit
let
you
it be
different.
a spot that you took her to. Now you really tight.
Like,
now you really tight.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, that shit always hit different. That first one always
That's
hit different.
clippable for me.
It do hurt. I ain't gonna front.
Nah, that shit kick,
hurt.
bro. So because of that, I need that time. So when I do see that picture or I do see that post, or even like I went through phases where I was like, yo, we had mutual friends or you know what I mean? Like niggas would just be around talking. I'm like, yo, don't even bring that girl up, bro. I don't want to talk to her. I mean, I don't want to talk about her. Like I need this time. At then I ain't know that's what I was doing, but now like I'm fully aware of it. Need that time.
It's like a detox, bro. You need a detox.
Need
you gotta
that
get that person out your system.
for sure.
Shit difficult sometimes. So moving on in this situation, I have a y'all know me. I love scenarios. So let's go to scenarios right now. I have a scenario for y'all guys. If you are in a relationship with a girl and y'all live together, right? And y'all decide to end the relationship for whatever reason, right? Do you feel like you have a responsibility to help her to make sure she get on her feet, like when that situation ends? Also, who the hell made this playlist?
Bro, this is your song, ain't it?
No.
Yeah.
This nigga just sitting quiet.
This ain't mine.
Bro, this ain't my song, bro.
All right.
But
Anyway, yeah, like, do you feel like you are owed that responsibility to somebody? Like again, y'all broke up. It's your crib.
Okay.
She gotta go get a new crib clearly because y'all just ended it. But she can't just move out right away. Do you feel like you owe her? Like, do you have the responsibility to be like, hey, stay here for a while till you get on your feet? This, that, and the third, or is it just like, nah, you gotta go?
Nah, all depends on how we ended. What was that last conversation like? Whatever stemmed to that will determine how I'm gonna. That's gonna determine if I'm gonna hold you down. If it's my crib, if I'm gonna let you stay a little while you're looking for a place and stuff like that. Because if you,
who's you?
This was you.
Yeah, it was you. Word. But anyways.
Oh, this is Rihanna. Son, I thought this was Beyonce the whole time. I don't know what's wrong with me.
But nah,
I heard Beyonce. My fault.
But nah, again, it all depends on how it ended. If you did some crazy, disrespectful shit or whatever, then and you got me in my bag, then you could get the fuck out, and I could care less about what happens after that. But if it's a mutual agreement that we broke up, it was a respectful conversation, whatever the case may be. I would help that person out just to make sure that they're good, cause at the end of the day, you still once y'all just freshly broke up, so it's still feelings there and stuff like that. So being that I still care about you, I do want to ultimately see you do good and be okay. So I will lend a helping hand if I can.
All right. So 2 questions then, before I get to Stiz. Y'all end amicably. Y'all both have a conversation. Y'all realize y'all just not meant for each other. You would let her stay.
Yes.
She cheated.
If she cheated on me?
I'm asking.
Oh no.
The first question you said, yo, let her stay.
Okay.
Now I'm asking.
If she cheated.
If she cheated, would you let her stay or no?
It depends on why she cheated also, because if she cheated on account of something that I was doing wrong, and we sat down and we had that conversation, and she said such and such, hey, you wasn't showing me attention, I wasn't feeling loved, or whatever the case may be. That's why I have a different outlook on cheating now.
You a good nigga, Dre.
Nah, for real.
I just want to let you know.
Nah,
you
for
good
real, because
nigga,
I always, at the end of the day, I always put myself in the other person's shoes as well. No matter what, I always put myself in their shoes also, because I would want that same respect. So if she cheated on account of me, I can take that. I'm gonna take that feedback. I can eat that.
So even if your significant other cheat, what you saying is you will take some part in the blame of her cheating.
Yes, only if I know if I played a part in it. Because sometimes people just cheat to cheat, like men, and women do it too, and they're kind of smart at it and stuff. So if she just did it just because she was doing it, I feel disrespected. Then no, I'm not helping you. But if you cheated because I did something wrong, I was fucking up, I can own that, take that responsibility, and help you out. Because that's not easy, and that's why. Like, some people say you shouldn't, like, move in with, like, if you're not married and stuff like that. That's a whole nother topic, but that's a hard situation to get through. And I got my real estate license, so I'm gonna help you.
All right. So, Stiz, let's start with this question. The main question to you. You in a scenario. You live with your girl. Y'all break up. The reason don't matter right now.
Nah, I'll let her stay.
You'll let her stay.
Yeah.
Now, is it one of those you'll let her stay just because you let her stay, or this because you feel like that's your responsibility as a man?
Yeah, it's just I feel. I mean, if she got like a mom's to go to or like a alternate crib, then yeah, you could go there. But if you like, I mean, upped your shit and just rebuilt this situation, like you have nothing else, then yeah, stay, man. Like don't stress yourself, because that shit don't make no sense. Like, you gonna go pinch some bread to go live here for a little bit, live there for a little bit, moving around, where you could really sit here, stack up, and your next move be a big move. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, I still want to empower and help. The only fucked up thing is men don't get this opportunity all the time.
You see me have to find a crib in a week.
Like, that's the only thing. Like, as a man, we are held to this responsibility to where we must protect and provide for women. We don't get that same same shit reciprocated to us, and it's fine. Like
at the end of the day, I was just about to say it doesn't really matter.
It don't matter
because there's mad double standards that work in our favor that don't work for women.
So it's okay.
We just gotta eat it.
And knowing that, I'll just like, yo, go ahead, like, stay here, get your shit together, and do what you gotta do.
All right. So now the next set of questions, same one. Y'all break up amicably. I'm assuming you're gonna let her stay, right?
Of course.
What if she cheat?
Same situation. I completely agree with him. Like, if I had something to do with it, then yeah, I'm gonna definitely like. Depends on if I still want the relationship too. Because if I still want the relationship, I'm not pushing you to leave. I'm gonna use that time to try to rebuild and get back in. But if it's like for sure over, then yeah, I'll help. Actually, I want to help even faster. You get the fuck out.
See, for me, I am. Well, to answer all my questions straight up, my answer is always I'm gonna help. I don't give a fuck. Even if she cheated and it had nothing to do with me, I'm still gonna help. But that's just because that's the nigga who I am. If I cared about you and I loved you and I know you got nowhere to go, no matter how pissed I may be at you, no matter how disrespected I feel, no matter how foul I feel you did me, I'm never gonna just see you out in the street.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who I am. So I'm gonna always help in that scenario. Like, I feel like as a man, that's my responsibility to make sure you good and you set up. And as fucked up as it may sound, even if for you to be good and set up for the next nigga, that's still my responsibility. You feel me? To make sure you straight. Yep. Because I would want that same thing in return. No matter what I did, no matter how fucked up I was, I would have still wanted that time to get on my feet without you just going, fuck out of here. Now, granted, I know it's not likely that that'll happen on my end, but still.
Nah, for sure it ain't gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because also you gotta know your partner. So if I feel like this ain't something that you would do for me, also I take that into account. Also,
regardless, I'll let you stay, but I'll actively work on getting you up out of there.
I understand that. I feel like breakups are so. There's so much nuance in breakups.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had situations where I've had a breakup where like I felt it from the moment it happened. It was definitive. That was the end. Then I've had those breakups where it's like, you ever had all right, let me ask you this question. You ever broke up with somebody and just felt it and knew in your soul that y'all was just gonna get right back together?
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen?
haven't got there.
Yeah, I had that.
And how did that feel?
I had that only because of the whole leaving the door crack shit that I used to do. Like, I used to be like, all right, so we just gonna take some time off and get right back. And then sometimes they don't get right back. I ain't even noticed till she was, you know what I mean, with another dude. I was like, oh shit. All right.
Nah, for me it was a little different. I literally was in a situation, it ended, and I did not, like, how do I word this? I could honestly say I didn't think that it was over. Like, we was living together, all of that. It ended, I moved out, and for those first couple of months, you couldn't tell me she just didn't need time.
Right.
Like, I convinced myself, yo, shorty just need time, and we gonna get back. And it was just like, I didn't realize, like, how much damage was actually done. And it also was the fact that, like, it's certain things, like, she even said, like, we've had conversations, and she was like, yo, you know, we, you know, I still love you, I still care about you, I'm just hurt right now. So all of those things gave me hope, but, you know, I never really knew. And it hurt to see and find out that it was actually over. Like, when it finally dawned on me it was over, that shit hurt. But, you know, you take it on the chin, keep it pushing, bro. Man, that shit sound crazy. It's just crazy. Relationships are crazy, man. Breakups are crazy. But we make it through them, bro. We make it through them. We deal with them, and we move on.
And you turn out stronger.
Yeah, definitely come out stronger.
Right.
But that sounds like another one, my guys. We got a little deep in this one, but, you know, we all right. We good. Made it through. Had a nice conversation.
Yeah, we back.
Yeah, that's a fact.
definitely back. But
As promised.
as promised. But once again, guys, it's been another one. We definitely want to hear from you guys. We definitely want to get your guys' input. So if you want to reach out to us, you have any suggestions, you have any comments, you have any things you want us to talk about, just definitely DM us at Soheresthething.pod on Instagram and SHTT on Twitter. And if social media ain't your thing, definitely hit us at Soheresthething@yahoo.com.
Yes, sir. As always, we are on YouTube. If you want to see the reactions and all of that, that's at So Here's the Thing podcast. And then we available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Soundcloud, all of that. So Here's the Thing.
Also, if y'all want to just chime in on anything y'all spoke about today, man, we'd love to hear it. Like Two said, just hit us in the DM, say something. If you agree with it, say something. If you disagree, say something. Either way, you say something.
Like it, share it, send it around.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Get it out there. Get it
Most
out there.
importantly, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know the vibes. If you want the playlist is up on Tidal exclusively today. It went a little left with the Kelly Clarkson shit, but know what I mean, we here for it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's another one, man. Your boy Stiz.
Hey, man, it's Dre.
Yo, it's 2. We out of here.